The Boycott exhibit is a beautiful collection of posters that we have from historical and contemporary boycott movements over the past 60 years or so. And what I love about this exhibit is that it shows how economic activism has been used as a nonviolent tactic in so many movements for social change. There are posters from the civil rights movement to the farm workers' rights movement into the present-day boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement to bring change in Israel and Palestine. When we've used the exhibit here in Indiana, we've displayed it on college campuses, and we're able to engage the students in so many different conversations. We can talk about nonviolence and movement building, the relevancy of economic activism to challenge injustices, and of course it always leads to a deeper dialogue about the movements that are featured in the exhibit. Recently, we displayed the exhibit on the campus of the University of Indianapolis as the students there are preparing for a vote on a historic resolution to call for divestment from corporations complicit in the oppression of Palestinian people. So the Students for Justice in Palestine chapter displayed the exhibit in their student center for a week. They engaged various different student groups and talked about the various movements and how they were all interconnected, and really used it as a way to inspire the students who would be participating in that vote to etch out their own contribution in this deep history of economic activism by voting for the college to divest. The Humanize Not Militarize exhibit has had a similar effect. These posters are made by artists from across the U.S. and deal with the ways in which our society has become increasingly more militarized on our borders and our schools and our law enforcement agencies. So here in Indianapolis, we've displayed them on college campuses and in community spaces. And because the images are dealing with so many intricacies of militarism and policing, viewers are able to make the connections across the struggles from Ferguson to Gaza. We've also used the exhibit and the accompanying film festival, also called Humanize Not Militarize, as a way to explore alternatives to militarism and violence. So every time we display the exhibit, we ask viewers to make their own posters in response. And overwhelmingly, these posters are pushing back on this narrative that violence is the only way. We see people making images of things that really make them feel safe and secure, like community gardens growing fresh food for people in their neighborhood, or alternative energy models that would protect our environment. So as a result of displaying the exhibit in our community, AFSC has developed relationships with schools and youth programs to continue the conversation into our film festival, and we have several groups locally who are making videos exploring these various issues.